Imagine a world where your every step is watched by strange beings with faces that seem to glow in the dark, where the trees whisper secrets and the rivers flow with a mysterious, unexplainable force. This is not a scene from a fantasy novel, but a glimpse into the world that Christopher Columbus and his crew stumbled upon when they first set foot on the Americas in 1492. But the story of Columbus and the New World is not one of wonder and discovery. It is a tale of exploitation, suffering, and a shocking betrayal of the very people who welcomed the newcomers with open arms. Jesus gave his apostles a clear mandate: "Go ye therefore and teach all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Ghost." This command inspired countless missionaries to travel the world, spreading the Christian faith. Some of these missionaries even claim to have converted dog-headed cannibals in Parthia, a land far beyond the known world. St. Augustine, a leading Christian thinker, did not dismiss these tales as mere fantasies. He believed that all human beings, no matter how strange they appeared, were part of God's creation and could be saved. But what does it mean to be human? This question became a heated debate in the Middle Ages. According to St. Augustine, anyone born as a rational and mortal creature, regardless of their appearance or abilities, was a descendant of Adam and Eve. Therefore, they could and should be baptized. However, the concept of monstrous races derived from the Latin word monstrum, meaning a divine warning, complicated matters. Medieval thinkers believed that physical differences from the norm were signs of divine displeasure, often resulting from sin or punishment. The Bible provided a framework for understanding these differences. The story of Cain and Abel, Noah's sons, and the Tower of Babel explained how humanity had become diverse. Cain, exiled for killing his brother, founded a new civilization with strange customs. After the flood, Noah's sons spread across the earth, each founding their own cultures. The confusion at Babel further diversified languages and religions, all seen as signs of human fallibility. The discovery of the Americas in 1492 marked a turning point in Western thought. When Columbus returned to Europe with tales of the natives he had encountered, he described them as neither monsters nor savages, but as people with their own unique culture and way of life. This was a revolutionary idea. For centuries, Europeans had believed that all human diversity could be traced back to the Garden of Eden. Columbus' observations opened the door to a new understanding of human culture and the possibility of progress. Columbus' first encounters with the natives were filled with wonder and curiosity. He noted their physical features, their customs, and their way of life. The natives were described as having very handsome bodies and very good faces, with hair that was coarse and short, and they painted themselves in various colors. They were generous and welcoming, sharing everything they had with the newcomers. Columbus was impressed by their ingenuity, from their dugout canoes to their methods of fishing and farming. However, the question of whether the natives were truly human and capable of understanding and accepting Christianity remained contentious. Some, like the Spanish conquistadors, argued that the Indians were naturally inferior and destined to be slaves. Others, like the missionaries, believed that the Indians were capable of learning and could be converted to Christianity. This debate reached the highest levels of the Catholic Church. Pope Paul III, a controversial figure in his younger years, became a champion of the Indians. In 1537, he issued the bull Sublimus Deus, declaring that the Indians were fully human and capable of receiving the faith. The bull stated that God had created all humans with the capacity to understand and accept the teachings of Christ. This pronouncement was a significant step in recognizing the humanity of the natives. One of the most vocal champions of the Indians was Bartolomé de las Casas, a Spanish priest who had initially participated in the conquest of the Americas. In 1514, he had a profound change of heart and dedicated his life to defending the rights of the natives. He publicly returned his Indian serfs and spent the next 50 years advocating for their justice and dignity. His efforts led to the new laws of 1542, which aimed to protect the Indians from abuse and exploitation. The discovery of the Americas had a profound impact on European thought. It challenged the idea that all human diversity could be explained by the Bible. Naturalists and scientists began to explore the unique flora and fauna of the New World, leading to the theory of separate creations. This theory suggested that God had created different species, and even different human populations to suit specific environments. Despite the efforts of Las Casas and other advocates, the exploitation of the Indians continued. Spanish settlers and conquistadors often ignored the laws designed to protect the natives. The debate over Indian humanity and rights continued to rage, with some arguing that the Indians were capable of learning and others insisting they were naturally inferior. The legacy of the conquest of the Americas is a complex and often painful one. It is a story of discovery and exploitation, of progress and suffering. The encounter between the Old World and the New World changed the course of history, leading to the exchange of ideas, goods, and cultures that shaped the modern world. But it also led to the destruction of entire civilizations and the displacement and suffering of millions of people. The story of Columbus and the conquest of the Americas is a reminder of the power of human curiosity and the consequences of our actions. It is a story of triumph and tragedy, of heroes and villains, and of the ongoing struggle for justice and equality. As we reflect on this history, we must remember that the world is full of diverse and wonderful cultures, each with its own unique story to tell. And it is our responsibility to treat all people with respect and dignity, regardless of their appearance or background.